Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today we are studying the subject Cambridge O Levels D Maths 4024. We are working on the syllabus and we are working on the topic of the applications of the trigonometry and its subtopic bearings. We are going to study this topic from the book D3. The name of the book is New Syllabus Mathematics, 7th edition, book 3. From this book, we are working on the exercise 9B, and this is my third video on this exercise. I have already done 2 videos on this exercise, and in those videos, we have done from question number 1 to question number 10. In this video, we are going to attempt from question number 11 to question number 15. We will try to complete these questions. All these questions, they are related about the bearings. So let's start today's work. So here we go. Okay. So question number exercise 9B from the book D3. We are on the question number 11. In the figure, P, Q, and R are the points on the level ground in a park. R is 600 meters from Q and on a bearing of 305 degrees from the Q. Q is 950 meters from P and on a bearing of 78 degrees from P. So the R is here, it's on the bearing of 305 from the Q, and the R is, so the Q is on the bearing of 78 from the P. You see, these are the north lines. This side is 600 meters and this side is 950 meters. The question is the distance between the P and the R. They want us to find out this distance. And they want me to find the bearing of the R from the P. So they want me to find out R from the P. Okay. So very easily I can find this side if I can find this internal angle here. So I will try to find out this internal angle, and let's hope, how can we do that? You see, this is 78. So this whole angle here, this whole angle, this is allied angle to this 78. So 180 minus 78 will give you this angle. Okay. I can find this angle by 360 minus 305. And from whatever will be this whole angle, from that I will subtract this angle. So that's the strategy. Let me show you. Okay. So the strategy is simple. I will try to find out this angle alpha, and that will be 360 minus 305. And I will try to find out this angle beta. That will be allied angle to the 78. So the beta will be 180 minus 78. So once I know the alpha and the beta, from beta, if I will subtract the alpha, I will get this gamma, and that will be the angle RQP. So once I know these two sides and this angle between them, included angle, so by using the law of cosine, I will be able to find out the PR side. So that is the strategy of doing this question. So alpha plus 305 will be 360. I will talk about this angle. So 305 plus alpha will be equal to 360. So the alpha will be equals to 360 minus 305. So alpha will be equals to 55 degrees. In the same way, I will try to find out this angle. This is the beta. I just named them alpha, beta, gamma. So the beta plus 78 will be equals to 180 because it is allied angle with the 78. It's allied angle to the 78 because of these parallel lines. So this whole angle and this angle here, they are allied to each other. So beta will be 180 minus 78, and that will be 102. So from beta, if you subtract the alpha, you will be able to find out the gamma. So the gamma will be equals to beta minus alpha. That will be 102 minus 55, and that will be 47. So now their question is the PR. So I know this angle between the RQ and the PQ, and I can apply the law of cosine, and I can find out the value of the PR. Okay, so law of cosine will be so it will be, I'm using the law of cosine, so 950 square plus 600 square minus 2 multiply 950 multiply 600 multiply cos 47 equals to, and then square root answer equals to. This is what you have to enter in your calculator, and the PR value will be 696.4 meters. So that was the first question. In the second question, they ask us to find the bearing of the R from the P. They want me to find the bearing of the R from the P. Now I know the three sides of this triangle, so I will try to find out this angle. And once I know this angle from 78, I will subtract this angle. I will get this angle, which is the bearing of the R from the P. So first of all, I'm going to try to find out this RPQ angle. So we are going to use the law of sine, the sine of the angle RPQ. And you know the side opposite to this angle is 600, and the sine 47 equals to 696.4. So I'm using the law of sine. I want to find out that angle RPQ. So the sine of the RPQ will be equals to 600 multiply sine 47 plus equals to divided by 96.4 equals to, and then shift sign answer equal. So RPQ will be equals to 39 degrees. So this is how you will enter these values in your calculator. I hope you understand that I am using the law of sine to find out that angle. Once I know this angle, this is how much? 39 degrees. So if this angle is 39, then the bearing of the R from the P will be this angle, and that will be 78 minus 39. So here you can see the R from the P will be 78 minus 39, and that will be approximately 38, 39, 38.9, something like this. Okay, I just rounded it off, but in the book they have not rounded it off. So my dear students, the whole question is showing up on your screen. So you can pause the video, you can look at this diagram, and I'm just slowly moving this question. So you can pause the video and you can take your time and you can watch this and absorb this question. So this is how you will do the question number 11. I hope you understand. So now we are going to the next question. The next question is easy peasy. It's question number 12. He says, the figure shows 4 points on the level ground. A is due north of the D, B is due east of the D, and so A is in the north of the D and the B is in the east of the B. So you can say the bearing of the A from the D will be 0 and the bearing of the B from the D will be 90. Okay, so the angle DBC, this angle DBC is 37. This is 34 meter, this is 57 meter, this is 28 meter, this angle is 90. Given that the AD is 34 meter and the AB is 57 meter and the BC is 28 meter, find, okay, he says that find the bearing of the B from A. So I want to find out this angle, this north line, prolong it. And I want to find out this angle. This is the bearing from that north, go clockwise to the AB line. That will be the bearing of the B from the A. They want you to find out that. So it's a right angle triangle. Can you see this ADB triangle is a right angle triangle? So I will try to find out this angle. So if you want to find out this angle, I will use cos of this angle is equals to 34 divided by 57, base by hypotenuse. Once I know this angle, then I can find this angle. It's a straight line. So from 180, I will subtract this angle. I will get this angle. So that will be the bearing of the B from the A. So let me show you. Okay, so here is the strategy. let me say this is angle alpha and this is angle beta. That is the bearing of the B from the A. So because I want, this is the angle inside that right angle triangle, so I will use cos of alpha is equals to the base by hypotenuse. So alpha will be equals to cos inverse bracket 34 by 57 bracket close, press equals to, you get 53.4 degree. So this angle alpha is 53.4 degree. So this beta angle will be, because they are the adjacent angles on a straight line, so their sum will be 180. So alpha plus beta is equals to 180. So the beta will be equals to 180 minus 53.4. So you will get 126.6 degrees. So the bearing of the B from the A will be 126.6 degrees. So this is how you will find the bearing. I hope you understand what is the strategy. The next question is the shortest distance from C to BD. The shortest distance from C to BD, let me show you. The shortest distance from C to BD will be this distance. That line will be perpendicular from C on to BD. So then this will be a right angle triangle. I know this angle, I know the hypotenuse, and I want to know this, which will be the perpendicular. So I will use the sine, simple sine. Okay, so this is the distance which we want to find out. I have named it as X. So it's a right angle triangle. This angle is 37. This will be the perpendicular. This is the hypotenuse. So sine will be used here. Sine 37 will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. That will be x by 28. So x will be equal to 28 multiply sine 37, and that will be 16.9 meter. So this is how you will do the B part. Okay, the next question they ask is find the bearing of the D from the C. The bearing of the D from the, they want you to find out the bearing of the D. They want you to find the bearing of the D from C. D from C means on the C there should be a north line, and from there you should tell how much is this angle. Okay, so D from the C. So here I will draw a north, and from that north I will tell how much is that angle. From that north we will go clockwise to the CD line. That will be the bearing of the D from the C. That's the question. So first of all, I'm going to find out this side. I will try to find out this side. It's a right angle triangle. That's the strategy. I will find the DB length first of all. So it's a right angle triangle and the hypotenuse is 57. You can say the base is question BD, and the AD, that's perpendicular, that's 34. So I will apply the Pythagoras theorem, and from there I will get the BD value. So you can see the BD square plus 34 square is equals to 57 square. So the BD will be equals to 45.7 meter. So I applied the Pythagoras theorem. I hope you understand. Once I know this BD, the full thing, BD, then we will apply the law of cosine to find out what is the length of the DC. Okay, so the DC square will be equals to 45.7 square plus 28 square minus 2 multiply 45.7 multiply 28 multiply cos 37 equals to under root answer equals to, and you will get 28.8 meter. So now I know the three sides of this triangle. I know this side, I know this side, I know this side. I know all the three sides of this triangle. Once I know these three sides, I can find this angle. You know, I can find this angle. This angle is gamma, suppose. So I'm going to use the law of the sines, and sine gamma divided by 28 will be equals to sine 37 divided by 28.8. So the sine gamma will be 28 multiply sine 37 divided by 28.8. So shift sine and you get 0.585 equals to, you get 35.8. So the gamma is 35.8. My strategy is I will first of all find the bearing of the C from the D. The bearing of the C from the D will be 90 plus the gamma. The bearing of the C from the D is 90 plus 35.8, and that will be 125.8. So the D from C, the back bearing, the C from the D is 125.8, which is less than 180. So I can find the back bearing or D from the C, because the C from the D is less than 180. So the D from the C you can get by adding 180 into 125.8. So 180 plus 125.8, and that will be 305.8 degrees. So this is the strategy how we do it. That was the question number 12. So let me. So my dear students, I hope that you understand this question. So this is question number 12. I'm just slowly moving this question. So you can pause the video and you can take your time and you can take whatever time you want to take. So this is how you do the question number 12. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 13. He says A, B, and the C are the 3 points on the level ground. The bearing of the B from the A is 68, and the bearing of the C from the A is 144. And given that the AB length is 370 meter and the AC length is 510 meter, find the distance between the B and the C. You see, I know this side, I know this side, and I can find this angle between the AB and the AC. That will be 144 minus 68. And if you know this angle and the two sides, you can apply the law of cosine and find the BC side. Then their question is, what is the value of the ACB? Once I know all the 3 sides of this triangle, I can very easily, by using the law of sine or law of cosine, I can find the angle ACB. Then their question is, what is the bearing of the C from the B? Very easily we will be able to do that. I will explain you that. Okay, so we are going to the next question, and first of all, this is 68 and this whole angle is 144. So our idea is that from 144 subtract the 68, so you will get this angle alpha. And from 68 I can find the angle beta also, and I can. Okay, so the alpha will be equals to 144 minus 68, and the alpha will be 76 degrees. So this angle BAC is 76 degrees. Now I want to find out, the basic question is, what is the BC value? So I will apply the law of the cosine, and here you can see the law of cosine is showing up on your screen. I applied it. BC square is equal to 370 square plus 510 square minus 2 into 370 into 510 into cos 76 equals to under root answer equals to, and that will be 552.9, which is approximately 553 meter. So the BC length will be 553 meter. Now I know the 3 sides of this triangle. If I know the 3 sides of this triangle, I can easily find out any internal angle. So the now they want us to find out the ACB angle. You see this angle ACB. But for finding the ACB angle, I know this angle alpha. I want to know what is the angle gamma. So we have to find out. So here you see the beta. This beta we can find out by 68. Beta plus 68 is equals to 180. So beta will be 180 minus 68. So beta will be 112. So this angle is 112. Okay. Then I will apply the sine, and the sine is sine of the gamma. I want to know this. I want to know this angle. Okay. So sine of the gamma divided by 510, sine of the alpha divided by the BC. So that's the law of sine. So we will apply that. So the sine of the gamma will be 510 multiplied sine 76 divided by 553. So the gamma will be sine inverse of the 0.8948, and that will be 63.5. So this angle is how much? It is 63.5. So if I want to find out the angle ACB, the question is find the angle ACB. Okay. So if I want to find out this angle, now I know the alpha and the gamma. So from these are the 3 angles. This one I want to know now. So from the 180, from 180 subtract the alpha and the gamma. So it will be 180 minus 76 minus 63.5. So the ACB will be 40.5. So that is the second part of this question. In the third part, he says the bearing from the C from the B. The bearing of C from the B. That will be this angle, the bearing of the C from the B. Let me give the size. You can see this angle we want to find out. So I know the beta value, I know the gamma value, so I can find this angle X. That will be the bearing of the C from the B. So let me show you. So here we go. This will be 360 minus beta minus gamma. So 360 minus 112 minus 63.5, and that will be 184.5. So the bearing of the C from the B will be 184.5 degree. And that is this angle X, okay? This is the bearing of the C from the B. From the B means that on the B you will draw the north, and from that north you come clockwise to the BC. Then their question is the shortest distance from A to BC. The shortest distance from A to BC will be this line, which will be making 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle with the BC. That will be the shortest distance. Okay. So here I have tried to solve it. The shortest distance from the A to the BC. So that will be this side. Okay. So this angle here, we know that that is the gamma angle, that is 63.5. And this AB side is 370, and this is 90 angle. So it's a right angle triangle. So very easily I can find the value of this perpendicular, that's y. And we can use the sine of 63.5 is equals to perpendicular by the hypotenuse. So it will be y by 370. So y will be 370 multiplied sine 63.5, and that will be 331.12. So 331.1 meter is the answer. That's the perpendicular distance from the A onto the BC, and I hope you understand this diagram and this procedure. So that was question number 13. So my dear students, the question number 13 is just showing up the whole question, and they are lengthy questions. So I'm just rolling it down, and you can pause the video, you can slow down the video, and you can take your time to see this. So that was the question number 13. Okay, my dear students, we are going to the next question. He says two cruise ships P and Q leave the port at the same time. P sails at 10 km per hour on a bearing of 30 degree, and the Q sails at 12 km per hour on a bearing of 300 degree. Find their distance apart and the bearing of the P and the Q after 2 hours. So first of all, that the P is going on the bearing of 30 and the Q is going on the bearing of 300. The speed of the P is 10 km per hour, and it took 2 hours. It has sailed for 2 hours. So the distance covered by the P will be 10 this speed multiplied time. So it will be 10 into 2, and that will be 20 km. And the Q, its speed is 12 km per hour, and it has sailed for 2 hours. So the distance covered by it will be 12 multiplied 2, that will be 24 km, and it is going on a bearing of 300. So here you can see I've drawn this diagram. So the P is going on the bearing of 30, and its speed is 10, and it sailed for 2 hours. So it will cover 20 km. The Q is going on a bearing of 300. So it's going on a bearing of 300. And its speed was 12, and it sailed for 2 hours. So it has covered 24 km. So the basic question they are asking us is, what is the distance between the P and the Q? Okay, so you see, I can find this angle alpha. This angle alpha will be 360 minus 300. So once I know this angle, then I will know the whole angle between the PO and the OQ. Okay, so here is my procedure which we have done, and you can see ship P distance will be 10 multiplied 2, that will be 20 kilometers. Ship Q distance traveled will be 12 multiplied 2, and that will be 24 kilometers. Angle alpha will be 360 minus 300, that's 60. So that whole angle QOP, the QOP angle will be 60 plus 30, so that will be 90. So I know this side, I know this side, I know this whole angle. So very easily I can find the PQ distance. So I will apply the law of cosine. The law of cosine says QP square equals 24 square plus 20 square minus 2 into 24 into 20 into cos of 90. And whatever answer gets, take the square root of it and you get 31.2 kilometer. So the distance between the Q and the P will be 31.2 kilometer. So the next question is, and the bearing of the P from the Q. They want you to find the bearing. I know the distance now. I know this distance. This distance is how much? 31.2 kilometer. So this is a triangle whose all three sides are known. So they want me to find out the bearing of the what is the question? The bearing of the P from the Q. So you see this beta and this alpha. They are aligned angles to each other. So I will try to find out this angle. So the alpha plus beta is equals to 180. So the 60 plus beta will be equals to 180. So the beta will be 120. 180 minus 60, that will be 120. So I will try to find out this angle, this internal angle. This is gamma. So then from beta, I will subtract the gamma. So the gamma is a right angle triangle. You know, this whole angle is 90. So I will find this. This is the perpendicular. This is the base. So I will apply tan. So here you can see tan of the gamma. Tan of the gamma will be perpendicular base. That will be 20 by 24. And the gamma will be tan inverse of the bracket 20 by 24 bracket close equals to that will be 39.81. So once you know the gamma and the bearing of the P from the Q, let me show you from here also. It will be beta. From beta subtract the gamma, then the rest of them will be this angle. That is the bearing of the P from the Q. Okay, so here we go. The P from the Q will be beta minus gamma. That will be 120 minus 39.81, and that will be 80.19. This is approximately 80.2 degrees. 80.2 degrees. That will be the bearing of the P from the Q. So, my dear students, this is question number 14, which is showing up on your screen. I will slowly roll it down so you can make the diagram and you can also look at this question. You can pause the video, you can slow down the video, and this is how this question is done. I hope you understand. So we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 15. He says P, Q, and R represents three ports. Q is 35 kilometers from P and on a bearing of 32 degrees from the P. And R is 65 kilometers from P and on a bearing of 108 from the P. Find the distance between the Q and the R, the bearing of the R from the Q. That's the first question. And then he says a ship sets sail at 9:30 from P directly to R at an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour and reaches a point S due south of Q. Find the time when it reaches S. Okay. So first of all, I will try to draw the diagram. So this is exercise 9B from the D3 book. Question number 15. So here we go. So we have a point Q, which is at a bearing of 32 at a distance of 35 kilometers from the P. And then we have a point R, which is 65 kilometers on a bearing of 108 from the P. And so very easily, you know, I can find this angle. This angle, this will be 108 minus 32. And I can find out this gamma very easily. Okay. So the distance between the QR is the first question. So first of all, I will need to find out the angle alpha. The angle alpha will be 108 minus 32. And that will be 76. So I know this angle, that this angle is 676. I know this side is 35. I know this side is 65 and the angle between them is 76. So you can very easily find the side QR. You can apply the law of cosine. So you can see the law of cosine has been applied here. So the QR square is equals to 35 square plus 65 square minus 2 into 35 into 65 into cos of 76. So the QR will be equals to 4349.255. Take the square root on both the sides. So you will get QR equals to 65.95 kilometer. 65. So now I know all the three sides. So very easily I can find the angle beta and angle gamma is light angle with here. Okay, so I can find the angle beta because I know the three sides of this triangle. The next question they ask us is what is the bearing of the R from the Q? R from the Q, I can find that is this angle. So R from the Q means the north is on the Q, and from that north go clockwise to the QR line. So I want to find out this angle, this angle. So for that purpose, I should know this angle, this angle. I will subtract both of them from 360. I will get this angle. That will be the bearing of the R from the Q. So first of all, I need to find out what is the angle beta here and what is the angle gamma. So the gamma is a allied angle with that 32. This gamma and 32, they are allied to each other. So gamma plus the 32 will be equals to 180 because they are the allied angles to each other. So the gamma will be equals to 180 minus 32 and gamma will be 148. Once you know the angle gamma, then I can try to find out the angle beta. I know the three sides of that triangle. So that sine, I can apply the law of sine. I want to know that angle sine beta divided by 65 is equal to sine 76 divided by 65.95. So the sine beta is equals to 65 multiplied sine 76 divided by 65.95, and the angle beta will be 73. So once you know the angle beta and the angle gamma, so you can find the bearing of the R from the Q. That will be 360 minus gamma minus beta. So 360 minus 148 minus 73, and that will be 139. That will be 139. So this is how you will find the bearing of the R from the Q. So I found this angle. That is the bearing. And that's 139 something, I think. Yeah. Okay, the next thing they're asking us is a ship that sails at 9:30 from P directly to the R at an average speed of 630 kilometers per hour and reaches a point S due south of the B. So it started from the P and it comes here, and it is exactly in the south of the Q. So this angle is 148. We have already found it. Where we found it? Yeah, this gamma. So this angle is 148. This will be a straight line because this is north, this is the south. This is the straight line. So 148 minus 180 minus 148, that should be 32. So this angle is 76. We already know that. So I can find this angle, that will be 72. So I want to know this px. He used the word s, but I use the word here x. No problem. Okay. So I want to know this ps, or you can say px. So I apply the law of the sine can be applied. Okay. So it will be px divided by, law of sine, the px divided by sine of 32. And that will be equals to 35 divided by sine of 72. So the px will be equals to 35 multiply sine 32 equals to divided by sine 72 equal. This is what you will enter in your calculator. So the px value will be 19.5 kilometers. So I know the speed of that ship and the distance it has to travel is 19.5 kilometer. Its speed is 30 kilometer per hour. So the time will be equal to distance. That's 19.5 divided by 30. So the time taken will be 0.65 hours. If I multiply it with the 60, I will get the minutes. So 0.65 multiply 60, you get 39 minutes. The answer will be 39 minutes. So the ship started at 9:30 and the journey took 39 minutes. So the ship will arrive at 10:09. The ship will arrive at its destination at 10:09. So my dear student, this is the question number 15, which was the last question of this exercise. So I am slowly rolling it down. You can pause the video and you can take your time to see this question, absorb this question. Okay. So, my dear students, today this was the third video on the exercise 9B, and in this video we have solved from question number 11 to question number 15, and this exercise is completed. So the rest of the question 1 to question number 10 already have been uploaded in my YouTube channel. So if you are watching this video and you find this video useful, interesting, and it has helped you, and you think that this video can help your friends, your class fellows, or your junior students, please share the link of this video with your friends by posting the link of this video onto your Facebook account and onto your Instagram and onto your Twitter accounts. That will be a great appreciation for me, for my work, for my channel. And thank you very much, everyone. It's a great blessing for me to be able to teach so many people around the globe by this YouTube channel. It's a blessing for me. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good day. God bless you all.